My name's Matt. I've been in a few audio podcasts.
Welcome to another Don't Let Word Get Out video podcast. Today I'm here with a very special guest. His name is Matthew West. Everyone give a round of applause to Matthew West. Matthew, may I offer you a beer, water, flowers. Flowers. Yes. There you go.
I'd like the flowers.
I also have red and I have pink. Let me know if you would like a different color, okay? Also, I have a space heater in case you get chilly, and shelf space.
Well, I'm definitely interested in the shelf space.
Yeah. I should have offered it because if you had any pictures or anything to bring, you could have put them on the shelf.
Well, I like
you could have stored your pictures on my shelf.
You're finally getting there. You're offering what I really need. But you need to offer it to me earlier so I can be prepared with our family photos.
Oh,
to
no.
Really set
I'm
the vibe.
sorry, and I apologize.
But next time, and
I
we're
keep
gonna
ripping
change
these pants, man, and they are ripped.
Do you want to put flowers in it? It barely looks. You can
can't
barely
tell.
notice.
Don't judge me.
You can barely notice, except for when it pokes out.
Matthew, I invited you over because you're one of my bestest friends. And I thought I would have a conversation with you. And I wanted one thing that we didn't talk about in the audio podcast that I would love to talk to you about is the time that we saw a decapitated human being laying in the middle of the fucking road. For those of you who hate audio, like if audio,
fuck
what
audio.
Is that? Audio is like reading when you can just watch the movie, you know? Fuck that.
Fuck
dude.
all of that.
Fuck that. Matt and I used to be roommates. Best roommate I ever had.
Physically, we were roommates for a while. Mentally, we've been roommates for years.
Since birth. Matt and I were roommates, and one night, we were having a good time. We got a little craving for some ice cream.
Creamed ice. Sounds decidedly less appetizing.
Yeah, creamed ice. So what we decided to do was to go and get ice cream.
What are two boys supposed to do when the craving for iced cream hits?
So Matt and I we hopped into my truck, and
our truck.
We hopped into the truck and we started driving down the road. We noticed we're literally it's like down the street, like 10 feet away. Not 10 feet, that's too short. It was a good 50 feet.
Amount of feet.
Yeah,
away.
It wasn't far at all from where we actually lived. And we rode down the street and we saw this car crash. Well, a motorcycle crash.
We saw a motorcycle in the middle of the road.
Right,
is what we saw, just with smoke coming out of it.
Yep. And it was coming around this curve, so we didn't really know what was really going on. So we were like, dude, maybe we should stop because I noticed fluid in the street. So
and no one else had obviously stopped.
Yeah, there was no cops there. Mm-hmm. There wasn't anyone there, so we knew that this must have happened like moments before before we got there. We get out and we walk over to check on
whatever's going on, because we literally have no idea. We're just gonna walk up. We're just gonna walk up to the motorcycle. There's a guy standing on the sidewalk,
right,
on the phone.
He was
and
on
so
the phone.
We kind of I assumed anyways, and I think we talked about it. We kind of assumed that he had been on the motorcycle and maybe had just taken a spill.
Right.
So what I remember, we asked him if he was all right, mm-hmm. and he said on the phone, he says, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm on the phone with 911. I wasn't in the accident." And then he pointed at the guy in the road, and he said, "He's not all right, though," or something along that line. And that's when we looked down.
Yeah.
And
I was walking up, I remember, and they hit the speed limit sign. It was either a speed limit sign or something. It was
like
some
an
sign.
intersection sign.
They hit the sign, and so it was over, but the sign was covering where the dude's head was, so I couldn't see from when we were walking up. This was also at night. So we were walking up, and It's the strangest feeling. The dude's shoes also were just completely off of his body, so like he fucked himself up. It was the strangest feeling because when I was walking up, all I could think in my head was like, yo, this dude's fucking dead. Like like he's not moving at all. Like it's weird. Like you just notice that like it just seems like the life is gone from him.
Yeah.
Even if someone's knocked out, you can still kind of tell that they're alive, I feel like. So we kept walking up, and that's when we finally get over the sign and we can see beyond it. And this dude's head is not there. Yeah. It's literally just his neck. And that's when we realized that a lot of the stuff on the street is that dude's fucking like head and brains and bones and whatever.
Wear a fucking helmet, kids.
Yeah. Luckily, my parents watched CSI growing up, CSI and ER. And so that prepared me mentally to be okay with that. And then I was like, oh, all right. That's a dead body.
It was kind of jarring.
Yeah.
For a while. I mean, I think about it a lot. The guys, but not only did he was dead in the road, and then later on we found out that the road curved.
Let's back it up a bit. So when we were standing out there looking at this guy, we didn't know what to do. But this guy comes out
of
his house
in the neighborhood right there.
He comes over to us and he's like,
"What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey."
And we're just like, "Hey, this is a crash over here. This guy's got no head." You know?
Look, man. Look at what's going on.
Look, and
he sort of gave us one of those God damn it.
a Nathan special.
Yeah, the exasperated Nathan special. And he had a coffee cup in his hand. From what I remember, it's like he had just made his nice sleepy time tea with honey and ginger. And he went back into his house and he opened up his garage and he had a police vest on. And he was a cop, and he pulled out his SUV and started roping it off.
Yep.
Before anybody else got there.
Yeah.
Before anybody else.
So all the paramedics came and everything, and we were clueless about the guy that was in the backyard.
Everybody was clueless.
Everyone was clueless
about the guy in the backyard.
Until the owner of the house came out, and she was like, "Yo, there's another one in the backyard."
And me
and you were just like,
"Wow, oh my
god,
too much."
And this dude, they wheel him out. And this guy, I've never seen someone so
fucked up
in my life. Literally every part of his body was plump. I guess that's the best way to put it, man. It was
plump, red, different colors, gashed.
Yeah. This guy was
the wrong
fucked
way.
up, man.
Yeah.
This guy, I looked at him and was like, this dude was alive too at that moment.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like he was moving.
I feel like you
like
could tell
sort
he's
of
breathing,
like,
kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had this friend, Andrew Biven.
Mm-hmm.
We had a friend called
He's in medical school now.
Yeah. Is his dad a surgeon? I don't know.
His dad is a nurse in the ER.
Oh, okay.
And his dad said that the guy was dead.
He died on the way home
when the ambulance got there.
So both
on the
of
way
those
home,
dudes...
on the way to the hospital, he died.
Oh yeah, he was on his way home.
He decided he could walk it off, and he died before he got to his house. This is how we have to deal with it.
Oh my God.
This is how you have to deal with it. In all honesty, though, all these years on, I mean, it's just it's a really serious thing to go through when you're fucking.
It is
20. Were we 20? 19?
19 or 20. These guys literally had
no helmet,
gym shorts,
it's
like white tees, and no helmet.
It's like they were in their underwear.
Yeah.
And they ran to the store on the crotch rocket. You could at
least wear a helmet.
Just wear a helmet. He would have lived.
Maybe.
He would have.
Oh, fuck, dude. Do you think like his head just went like...
Well, what I would typically imagine, what I usually imagined it as is like if you took your thumb to a super sharp cheese grater and just like went all the way down to like the nub. And that's his neck. I think the friend either hit the wall going over it or he landed in a tree back there in her yard. And hitting a tree going 40 miles an hour.
You think just pummeled his whole body then?
Yeah, he could have just hit like a plethora of branches and wood. Who knows? Maybe that old lady beat him up out there.
That lady just beat the shit
like,
out.
"This is my
How
chance."
dare you? My chance to beat someone up.
I've always wanted to beat someone to death.
The guy wasn't even in the car accident.
Oh my God. Like, this is a perfect opportunity. We're breaking the case here, folks. We're breaking the case wide open. Destroyed.
Yeah. Completely demolished.
Yeah.
And
there was a little memorial up there.
Yeah, they had that.
Like within the next day.
So after all that happened, we had no reason to be there anymore.
I said, well, Nathan, what do you want to do, man? What do you think? What do you think we did? Take a guess. Let's give him a second to guess.
We went and got ice cream.
We went and fucking continued our journey to get ice cream.
So afterwards, we started making jokes about it.
Well,
And
I mean,
it's a way to cope.
yeah, that's how I justify it
Yeah.
now. But yes, what you would consider joking about.
I know a lot of them were like, CSI Miami was pretty big at the time. If you ever watch CSI Miami, he always has the shades on, and he always says some kind of quirky thing before the Who song comes on.
They were having a good night. In fact, you may say it got off the wall.
Remember, kids, going fast will never get you ahead.
Wear a motorcycle helmet, or else you'll be in over your head.
Calm down, people.
It's fine.
Calm down.
It's fine.
Let's not lose our heads.
I honestly think humor's a way that we all the human race deals with stuff in general. And I think at that time we may not know it, and we may not ever know the extent of subconscious shock we might have been in from seeing something like that.
Oh God!
Fuck.
I got
Nice,
some pop
man.
filters, so I can do this. It won't sound that bad.
And
Try it. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys want to act like you're sipping with me?
Can I sip with you?
Oh yeah!
The last night Nathan and I lived together, we lit fireworks off in our apartment. I'm speaking to you directly because I don't want you to do this. We launched bottle rockets off of the balcony.
Yeah.
And we threw M80s down into the playground.
Yeah. So for if you didn't listen to the audio because you're a movie watcher, not a book reader.
We already went over this.
Yeah.
You hate audio.
Yeah. What do you? You watch movies instead of reading the book?
Who do you think you are? You probably watched Holes with Shia LaBeouf instead of reading the book by Dan Wazowski. I actually don't know who wrote the book.
Choose suspense music! Horatio, guide us. I want to thank Matt West. For joining us today. Thank you, Nathan. Look down on me. Look down on me. You can find this over at DLWGO.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Don'tLWGO. Check out this video. Horatio, now!